Well, carjackings across America, it is a real fear felt by thousands every single year, and many of these crimes turning violent. It can happen really anywhere to anyone, when and where they least expect it. FBI crime data has ranked the riskiest states for car owners as Colorado, New Mexico, California, Missouri, and Oregon, all at the top of that list. And NewsNation's Paul Gerke joining us live now. Now, there have been some unbelievable carjackings in the news recently. Is there any sort of trend here?
Natasha, it's kind of tough to suss that out because some cities lump carjacking data in with other crime statistics like auto theft, which is up 16% since 2021. But over the last couple years, in the cities that do keep track of that data separately, there has been a noticeable uptick. And over just the last few days, there's been a few high-profile incidents that are calling attention to something perhaps much more serious than the frequency of these carjackings. It's the nature of the acts themselves and who is committing them. In broad daylight, in public, in the driveway of your own home.
Brazen, bold, heinous.
A pastor gunned down in a carjacking outside her home in Memphis. A thief runs up a driveway with a weapon drawn in New Orleans. An Atlanta mother of 3 tossed out of her car and run over with it, captured on her own Ring camera. Now her husband is trying to raise money for her medical bills on GoFundMe.
She's still in shock, still processing everything that's been going on. So we were looking to move anyway. I think this may just accelerate our plans.
Police departments nationwide are reporting an increase in carjackings. Chicago, a city with 40 cops on a carjacking task force, had more than 1,900 last year, the most in the country and the most in the Windy City in decades. There have been more than 700 in Philadelphia already in 2022, on pace to easily surpass last year's total of 847. Police have made more than 200 related arrests. Some of the perpetrators are shockingly young. The pastor killed in Memphis was shot by a 15-year-old. In D.C., a 14-year-old was arrested for jacking 6 vehicles and trying to take a 7th. A New Jersey congressman is pushing for federal action, the establishment of a national auto theft task force, while worried citizens, especially those with kids, take matters into their own hands.
It's either make a little magnet or stay silent, and I just felt like I would like to do something.
So what's behind this surge in carjackings? There's not a simple answer, but we'll use Chicago for an example. The police there suggest that a large part of the blame can be placed on young people who are taking these cars for joyrides or using them to commit other crimes and then leaving them wrecked or abandoned. But a study that came out this spring in Chicago showed those very same police only recover 1 in every 5 vehicles reported stolen over the last few years, suggesting there are some larger operations in play. We know, Natasha, here in New York and New Jersey, a lot of cars come through the ports and are shipped to other countries.
Interesting. 1 in 5. That is a sobering statistic. Thank you so much, Paul. Well,
thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.